All right. So we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Luz Juncourt. I have met some of you already through the workshop, talked to you over the phone, maybe you had a Zoom consultation. Thank you so much for applying with us and putting the trust in our hands for this great, amazing program. So remember that as you register, you're going to have the opportunity to save the information and go back and upload any documents that you're not sure of. Okay, like the pre-approval letter, identification, proof of residency, proof of that you live in California. You don't forget to attest. So once you're done with everything, there will be a confirmation email sent to you saying that you have completed all the information that's required. So if something is not correct, don't panic. CalHFA will email you letting you know that there's additional information that's needed. And this is why it's important to start uploading your documents in a good timely manner, because it can take CalHFA a couple of days to get back to you to see if everything that you have uploaded it's completed and correct. And you don't want to be on vacation or on a weekend or something and be in a panic mode thinking that your registration didn't go through. So if you already have your approval letter, I highly encourage you to start registering this week, just so you can go through the process, get your registration confirmation that you are registered and that you're all set to go, and all you have to do is wait. Okay, so a couple of things that I do want to mention for the registration. There's few steps that you need to go through. Make sure you are using an email that you are checking frequently, okay? Also, an email that's not bouncing back any emails from spam from CalHFA. So once you register and you get a confirmation email from CalHFA, make sure that you're going in there and you're unblocking them to make sure you're able to receive any emails from them. So you don't need to check daily for any information. Once you have registration, you're good to go. But make sure that it's not going to spam and it's not going to a junk email. I know as a service company, many times as a lender, we have to confirm with our clients that you receive our email because it is going to spam. So make sure that you're checking on that. Make sure it's an email that that you use frequently, that it's not something that you randomly check. If it's an email you use for your job, I encourage you to create a new email box separately just for CalHFA and let us know what that email is so then we can update our records as well. Okay. Another big question that we're getting is the forms of ID. As you know, you do have to upload a valid identification to identify yourself as the applicant on the pre-approval email. We have asked our clients to double check their loan pre-approvals to make sure that their names are spelled correctly and that the information is correct. If you look at your pre-approval letter and there's something that's not correct, let us know. We'll update those pre-approval letters for you and resend it back. Middle initial, junior, suffix are not going to matter as long as your name matches the ID. What they are asking for as your primary residence, they can ask for utility bills, insurance, paperwork. It can be any type, right? So I know in the CalHFA's website's talking about, uploading documents for identification and asking for utility bill. If you don't have one, a cable bill works, a telephone bill works, insurance company, anything that it's proof that you're occupying a home here in California. IDs, if you don't have a California ID, but you have a valid passport, you can upload that. If you have a identification for work permit, you can upload as well. So there's different types of documents you can upload. If you're not sure, let us know. We probably already had the conversation with you as to what documents are valid for the registration for CalHFA, okay? Another big question that everyone's asking is, what happens if I win? Am I approved at the same amount? Is that going to change? Just keep in mind that CalHFA will give you 20% of the maximum amount that you're approved for. So from here until May, when you're selected, rates can drop. You can get approved for a little bit more. Rates can increase. You're going to be approved for a little bit less. If you acquire a new debt, we will take that into consideration and only approve you to the maximum that you're approved for at the time you open escrow. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if your pre-approval letter right now, it's not hitting your goal of $10,000 more, or it's over your goal, don't worry about that. We will change those terms because CalHFA is going to issue a pre-approval letter up to 20% of the sales price or maximum of $150,000. Okay. In addition to that, if you do want to qualify for more at the time that you are selected, remember, you can put up to 5% of your additional funds to qualify for a higher price. Okay. 20% of down payment can also be used towards your down payment and closing cost. And those are the things that we can cover after you're selected. So you don't have to make a decision now. You don't have to make a decision of additional money you want to put in. So don't panic. All these things we can cover afterwards. So the interest rate has been coming up in the last few days as a conversation starter with all our clients. What interest rate am I going to get if I have a high credit score? It's not going to matter. If you go into CalHFA's website, which I have shared everyone the link, but if not, you can go to CalHFA's direct site and go into rates. The rates will be posted there at the time that the program opens, and it will be listed under a Drink for All program. Okay, everybody gets the same rate. It doesn't matter whether you buy a house, a condominium, a manufactured home, a condo. It's all going to apply to the same customer. The only time that changes is that if your loan is a high balance loan, which means anything above $762,000, if your loan amount is higher, there is an additional fee that you will encounter to originate a CalHFA loan. It's a fee as part of your closing cost, not a fee to your interest rate. Okay, so that's been a question that's been coming up. Other than that, I think, most of our clients are ready. If you have not yet received your pre-approval letter, I encourage you to finish your application with us. If you want to add someone to the loan application to qualify for more, this is when you want to do it, to increase the income for a lot more. But if it's just you're looking for $10,000 or $15,000 more because you received, more overtime or a higher rate right now, it's not worth it going back through the same process again. We can take a look at what you're qualified at the time that you're selected. There's also going to be a waiting list. So if you're not selected, you can also be waitlisted. So make sure that you're also looking for that documentation at the time that's selected. CalHFA is telling us it's going to be several weeks from the time the portal closes. We're hearing 1 week, 2 weeks. It can be as early as the first week after registration, depending how many applications they have, pending paperwork that they might require from clients. We might see the result as early as mid-month of May. After you are selected, you have 90 days to search for a home to go into escrow, okay? So you can find a home and open escrow at the 89th or the 90th day from receiving that voucher. As long as you contact us and we register you in our system, we get a registration number stating that we have officially registered our client that has won and was selected for the program in their portal, and we have a confirmation as the lender, your voucher is safe. We can close escrow 30 days, 60 days, 90 days afterwards if it is new construction. We just need to make sure we are registered at the 90th day of confirmation from CalHFA. Okay, be happy to help, answer any questions that you may have. But I think it's going to be a pretty simple process. We hope that all our clients are selected. Anything else that you guys need from us, we're one call away. Please, share your thoughts on how the process has gone, any concerns that you have. Our goal is to provide, great service for every single one of you. And of course, bear with us. There is a high demand of applications, so we're doing our best to get to everyone on time, making sure that everyone has their approval and that can meet our deadline.